Hey, True Believers, England Teen here with another batch of new book reviews. I'm getting through these pretty good. Okay, so anywho, what do we have here? Finally, this whole thing, I don't know what a Berserker is. Apparently it's Keanu Reeves in a comic book. Okay, not once does he say whoa. Just saying. Just saying. Okay, so we got that, Infinite Frontier, I believe it was called. The one for Batman Urban Legends. And, there is an independent. Nope, there's a Marvel in here somewhere, but I honestly forgot what Marvel it was. So, you know what? When I get to it, we'll talk about it. That's the promise, okay? Let me see if I can't find it here. What was the Marvel that I'm about? God, you can tell that it just left an imprint here. So it's America Chavez. Ooh, all right. So there we go, gang. Those are the comics we're going to review on this video. So kick back, relax, let's get this party started. Okay, team, we're going to start with the Berserker. I know this was the popular one when it came out. I understand also I'm a couple of weeks late. Keanu Reeves and Matt Kent wrote this one. So I didn't know what a Berserker was. Apparently, this is some sort of, what is it, video game crossover or something like that? I don't know. But anyway, I start reading it, or basically looking at it, because there's a big problem with this book. It's not, okay, so it's written like a script, okay? So we've got one box of dialogue with 3 pictures here. You have, and that's all the way through the book. I mean, there's like 5 pages and you may be getting 10 words, right? So we don't really know what's going on. We really don't know why all the bloodshed and violence is happening. The story doesn't kick in until this particular mission, which takes, I think, like 10 or 12 pages are over. There's nothing we know about this guy. And then we do get to know him. It's the back end is really exposition heavy. So the pacing of the book is a bit off. And I found myself not really giving a crap about all this. I just glanced through the pictures. It's okay art. It's not bad. It's not the greatest I've seen. It's better at the end than it is at the beginning because we get to know who this guy is, what his motivations are, what his problems and his hurdles are. And I just found that to be far more interesting. If we did get more of the exposition dump that happens in the back throughout the book during this, I think it would have been a little bit better. As it stands, though, this is a bit of a conundrum because while I do recognize that this is not a great book, I think this is a thoroughly enjoyable one. I had fun with this. Will I pick up the second issue? Probably. I could say no, but if it's there, probably I would. And can I recommend it? Would I put my reputation on this one? Put an asterisk on it. If you like 1980s action films, you'll probably like Brzrkr. Okie dokie. So here we have Infinite Frontier. And, okay, Wonder Woman, you got all the worlds, you got the cover with all the superheroes they're looking out, and, oh, isn't everybody staring out at that sunset and remembering Wonder Woman and how awesome she is? We've seen these kind of covers before. They're okay, but there's nothing majestic about these. These superhero figures aren't drawn well enough to pull this cover off. Personally, this is the cover I got. Spectre and Wonder Woman, this is the framing device throughout the book. So at least it may be one of the, variant covers, but at least it does say a little bit about what's happening on the inside. I dug this one. This is a decent cover for the book. And it is an anthology book. Basically, and here's the big problem with this. It is it would have been given to us as a pamphlet or a free leaflet in the 80s. Instead, this costs $6 because all it's got is Wonder Woman and the Spectre, and they're walking around the DC universe telling you what's coming. I mean, they might as well look right at the reader. Hey, readers, this is what you're going to get in Superman. This is the way we're going to be taking the book, and wouldn't that be really cool, and wouldn't that be really great? Oh, and by the way, here's a dumb named character called Shazam. Please spare us, Shazam. Please. Okay, and then we bump over to Gotham City and we get a Batman story. First of all, I did like the fact that we found out the Joker did kill Bane. Good. Needed to happen. I thought that him just walking away seemed weird. The grifter part is okay. Nothing really great, but what this is really selling is, I think, that Batman Legends thing, which we're going to be talking about later in this video. The Wonder Woman story was okay. We have Queen Hippolyta naming Nubia the queen of Themyscira while she goes off, plays Wonder Woman, and Lara Flores plays Wonder Girl. It's all just fine. This one, look, this is another case of we know the character for years and years, but they declare him gay. It's okay. He comes out in this one, and then we have the Teen Titans and their story. Overall, this is a waste of a book, in all honesty, and definitely it's not good for $6.99. I don't know what emotion they're planning on giving you here, but it fails in every instance because every story is just supposed to be a taste of what you're going to get around the DCU, and unfortunately it doesn't delve into any of it. I can't imagine a more wasteful way to spend your money, and I know this from experience because I spent my hard-earned money on this book myself. America Chavez, made in the USA. Alrighty, so, no she isn't, by the way. She came to the USA. Let me get something straight here. I'm a fan of the Gabby Rivera America Chavez, mainly because, like Rocky Horror Picture Show or Plan 9 from Outer Space, it is so beyond bad. It is thoroughly entertaining and enjoyable. And that's where I have a problem with America Chavez, made in the USA, not just because the title is wrong, but Kalinda Vasquez, Carlos Gomez, God bless you, but you're too good for America Chavez. The art is actually decent. It's not the best I've ever seen, but it works, and it's actually not bad. I do like the art here. But there's nothing groundbreaking, and what's worse is the writing is insanely boring. This is so typical. If you had a paint by numbers, or if you know what this reminds me of, when I was when I was younger, there was a make your own Marvel comic, and it literally had everything laid out for you on one part where you could fill in the dialogue and everything. That's this to me. It's like the most cliched comic book dialogue in the most cliched story. The art is okay. Once again, I don't think it's amazing, but I think it's good. I think it works. It's far better than the stuff we got in the Gabby Rivera comic, but unfortunately it's okay art that's in search of a good story. It needs a good story to make this stand out, because if you have Just Fine meets Just Fine, you'd come up with a book like this, and the book is just that. It's fine. How's it going? It's fine. What's it doing? It's fine. It's just good. I think basically if you took this comic book and then you put it next to 22 blank pages, you would probably get the same emotional resonance. Alrighty, I guess now we'll talk about Batman Urban Legends, which in all honesty is the same as Infinite Frontier, but it's just Batman. Actually, I found out this is, I guess this is supposed to continue. I mean, there are part 1 and 2s of stories here, so I guess this is an ongoing. It's kind of funny because when I did my Batman 106 review, I said, let's have a Batman book and then a Batman Family book, and I think this is the Batman Family book. Which, okay, let's talk a little bit. We've got a Red Hood story here that I'm not going to lie, this was excellent. This is the best comic book, and the Red Hood story is almost a full-length comic story. This is the best comic book I'm reviewing on this in this video. Not Batman Urban Legends, but this Red Hood story. Because the rest of it is okay. The rest of it is not bad. But that Red Hood story, damn, is awesome. Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy is just a reaffirmation that they're girlfriends, or, you know, we got Harley Quinn pining over Poison Ivy. You know my position on it. For some reason, comic book artists and writers will no longer allow women to be friends. We hear it all the time. Oh, look, they're friends. That's because they want to scissor each other. That's it. They don't. There's no depth to it. If you are two women and your comic book characters and your friends, at some point in time, you're gonna be naked and bumping uglies. That's just the way they write characters now. So basically, this is once again her trying to get over Ivy. It's not a good story, in all honesty, even when you get up past all that, because it's just one note. Now the Batman and the Outsiders. Well, actually, it's just the Outsiders. This one, I got to admit, is a little bit confusing with the timeline. But or are they looking in the past? Are they dreaming this? What's going on? But it's basically a big Batman and the I keep saying that Outsiders escape movie or something, where we find out they're in prison, and that's the wraparound. It begins and ends in that, and it's fun. It is. It's entertaining. At least you have that much going on. So far, the second best. I actually think the next up is a grifter story, but I did enjoy this, and I would. Oh, yep, it is the grifter story. I would like to continue the Outsiders storyline. The grifter here was not bad. It just didn't thrill me. Like, if this was its own comic book, I probably would never pick up the second issue. I would say, okay, well, that was enjoyable, but ultimately forgettable, and I would just let it go the way the dodo. As part of this story, if they're going to continue that Red Hood thing, I might just pick up Urban Legends 2, but it wouldn't be because of this one. This story was just merely okay. Okay, kids, so there you go. Those are the reviews. How would I line it up if I were to go worst to So definitely Infinite Frontier's the worst. Then I would have to go with America Chavez. Not that it like I said, it wasn't horrible. It just meh. It was absolutely bleh. Whatever, forgettable. Psst, right out the head. After that would have to be Batman Urban Legends and and then Berserker. No, I think I would flip that because I think that Red Hood story was so freaking well told. And Berserker to me is half a comic anyway. So, yeah, I think if I'm going for the good half of Berserker versus the good story in Batman Legends, I would have to go with the Red Hood story. So that would be it. It would be the worst is Infinite, the second worst is America Chavez, and then Berserker, and then there you go. But that's just my opinion. I'm a different breed of cat. What about you? Have you read any of these? What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to click like, share, subscribe, ring the notification bell if you haven't done it already, making sure that your notifications are on all. You don't want to miss anything. Cool things happen around these parts. Now, this is the way we're trying to make a living, so if you don't mind helping out the channel, go on over to Ko-Fi. Links in the description below. Just put $1 in the tip jar. That's all we're asking. I'd like to thank everybody who's already done that, and to everyone, all of the true believers, thank you very, very much for watching.